Previously on Prey.
I work for the federal government.
Who is this woman?
My contact.
His boss.
Kelly, come on, wake up. Kelly.
God, no. Kelly was an experiment that failed. Next time, they could succeed.
Oh my God, Tom!
You saved my life. I'll never forget looking up, seeing you in that place.
Neither will I.
Why not give them a taste of their own medicine?
How?
Use gene therapy and genome mapping to alter their messenger RNA to match ours.
You think that's possible?
They can turn us into them. Why can't we turn them into us?
Just so long as I'm not left out of the loop.
You know everything you need to know.
What I'm trying to say is that I love you.
Hey, Ed.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm still working on the gene therapy. Just converted this little guy's DNA to 1.6. Using outward synthesis of the TIX 1.6 secretions.
And he survived the transformation.
Yeah, so far.
Must mean he's strong.
That's what I'm hoping. Now that I've converted him, I want to bring him back.
And the door should swing both ways.
That's the idea. If they can do it to us, maybe we can do it to them. Of course, that's if my computer models hold up. They all indicate that this should reconvert the monkey to his base level of 1.1.
How sure are you about the model?
Sure enough. Hey, we're way beyond theory here. We have to do live testing.
I'll be done in a second.
You're enjoying this humiliation?
This isn't humiliation. This is a condition. Just as you had conditions for us.
The test only takes a moment. You care to tell me what this is about?
Let's see what the test says first.
A 1.6% differential. He's not human.
Then he is what he says he is.
Which is?
A negotiator.
For what?
Peace.
$40,000 ago, the most advanced species on Earth was wiped out by a powerful new life form, us. Now, another new species has evolved, stronger, smarter, and dedicated to our annihilation. Leading the fight against them is Dr. Sloan Parker, the bioanthropologist who uncovered their existence. Once again, it's survival of the fittest, and this time, we are the prey.
What are you doing?
Thinking.
About what Ed's doing?
Yeah.
That this may mean the end of your species. Isn't that where we've been heading all along?
Yeah. But until now, it never seemed possible.
But you've helped us. You've made choices.
And I'm not going back on those. But it's only going to get harder from here on in. You think members of my species are just going to line up like they're getting a flu shot?
No.
They're going to have to be rounded up, forcibly altered. How do you think that'll go?
I don't know. But from where I stand, it's better them than us.
Sorry.
It's okay. What's up?
Just did the first blood test on the monkey. It's working. He's down to 1.3 differential.
Further tests confirm my flash report. He's definitely 1/6.
As I suspected.
And he wants peace? Is he like Tom? Does he expect to work for us?
No, it's bigger than that. He claims to speak for a faction of the species which is willing to negotiate coexistence.
Negotiate? I didn't know that word was in your vocabulary.
Well, there's a lot you don't know about me, Walter.
Why bring me into this?
I need you. Working at the lab gives you good cover and gives us plausible deniability. I need to keep a certain distance from this, and you're the only way I can do that.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this.
I understand that. If there was another way, believe me, I'd try it. You have to understand we're both at great risk here.
I'd feel more comfortable if I could inform Sloan, Tom, Ed.
Sorry, Walter, you can't do that. I'm putting a lot of trust in you.
Okay.
Oh, that's great news, Ed. Yeah. I'll call you later. The monkey is still reverting. Tom. You're gonna have to face the reality of what's happening.
I am. And the reality is, if this therapy works, we're talking about social upheaval. Maybe even war.
We're headed in that direction anyway. What Ed is doing, it's the lesser of two evils.
Maybe. But only if it actually works.
Well, that's what we're finding out right now.
On a monkey.
Wait a minute.
We need to test it.
Tom?
On me.
No way. It's too risky.
The risk is it might not work, and instead of converting my species, we could kill them. And I'm not willing to go down that road unless I take the first step myself.
Coexistence. Look, I just don't buy it.
Personally, or is it hard to believe that my superiors would entertain the concept?
Both. On the street, it never paid off trying to get gangbangers to sit down and talk peace. All it did was give each of them a better look at their targets.
That's why I want you as backup.
Well, I thought you had people for that.
I do, but I prefer you.
Who's he?
My associate.
Has he been cleared?
I've cleared him.
All right. So where do we start?
First, I need the assurance that you represent enough of your species to make this conversation worthwhile.
There are tens of thousands who believe what I believe.
Which is?
Which is that our attempts to eradicate your species are doomed to failure. That our innate aggression will undoubtedly lead to our own downfall.
You understand we'll need to meet with someone with greater authority.
Yes, of course. And we have conditions of our own.
What is it you want?
Safety for all of us. We won't let history repeat itself, Doctor.
What do you mean?
The human race has such a long history of inflicting atrocities on those that they consider to be different.
Wait a minute, I've seen what you're capable of.
That's not the group I represent, all right? We consider those actions to be just as abhorrent as you do.
So what is it you want?
Recognition from the United Nations. We're everywhere, Doctor. In every country. We are citizens of the world, Dr. Atwood, and as such, we demand the same rights as all humans. Now, is that really so much to ask?
I'm sorry, Tom. I just don't think it's a good idea for me to subject you to this therapy.
Well, it's working on the monkey, isn't it?
Yeah, so far. But the experiment's not complete. I mean, I'm encouraged, but we haven't even come close to proving the treatment's effectiveness.
Yeah. Or its safety. Tom, there's a huge differential between your DNA and that of the monkey.
Look, you've been excited about Ed's work for weeks.
You're right. But that was before you started talking about rolling up your sleeve.
Ed, how long would it take you to run trials before you were ready to test it on me?
A year. If pushed, I could do it in 6 months.
And the ramifications if the therapy works as you hope?
Astronomical. And the number of lives that we could save by diffusing your species' hostility would be incalculable.
How can we wait? How can we ignore this opportunity?
Ed.
He's right, Sloan.
Can you pull up your sleeve?
Overemphasize the importance of this. I understand it may be difficult, but it's time to pull strings. All of them. You have 24 hours. The United Nations never closes. Do it. I have a man in a highly exposed situation who needs this. We all need this.
Aren't you?
Yeah, a little.
So am I. Tom, I really don't think...
Sloan, please. I had to do this. It'll be all right.
I hope so. You realize that if Ed's gene therapy works, your life is going to change.
Any more than it's already changed.
You'll be human. Who knows what that'll mean? Maybe you'll finally understand the feelings you've had and the emotions you were trained not to have.
Maybe.
Whatever happens, I'll always feel the same way about you. What's the matter?
How are you feeling?
Fine, why?
What's wrong?
The monkey. The one I gave the shot to, it's dead.
What happened?
I noticed he was running a slight fever earlier this afternoon, but otherwise he seemed fine.
A slight fever and a few hours later, he's dead?
I'll know more once I get a look inside.
Let's do it.
filled with blood. And that's been bleeding internally for hours.
What would cause that?
I don't know. I think this is gonna take some time to figure out.
We don't have time.
Doesn't make any difference.
What do we do?
We wait.
In here is everything our contact with a new species requested.
You cut through all that UN red tape in 24 hours?
Less, actually. You seem surprised.
Well,
Don't forget who we work for, Walter. Everyone takes my call. Walter. Thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You don't look like you're feeling well.
Keep telling me that, and it'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm sorry, but
I'm just tired.
you're burning up. How long have you been feeling like this?
A couple hours.
I'm calling Ed.
What's he gonna do? I'll be all right.
You ready?
Yeah, I am. But you don't look so sure.
I'm not.
Well, then what are we doing out here?
Taking a chance.
Is it worth it?
Peace is always worth it. I'm just uneasy about the speed at which this all came about.
And I should go in there with you.
I can handle myself. You keep it a safe distance so they can't sense you. If there's trouble, you come right in.
Good to see you again, Dr. Atwood.
Good to see you.
I was surprised to hear back from you so soon.
You can take that as a sign of our sincere intentions.
I do. Is this for me?
Yes. I think you'll find that all of your demands have been met satisfactorily.
Looks that way.
The next move is up to you.
You want to meet with my superior?
I want to meet the man in charge.
And who will be your representative?
I will. Is that a problem?
You have to understand that we are expecting to move up the chain of command as well.
And you have to be realistic. As much as I'd like to, I can't pull the president or members of the cabinet into the middle of this. The story would leak, and that would defeat our purpose. You can trust me, you know.
I know that.
Hi.
Where am I?
You're in my apartment. I need to get you to a hospital.
No hospitals. I want to stay here.
Yes, what?
Thank you for everything.
Tom.
You trusted me from the beginning when you didn't have to. I know it was hard.
It was worth it.
You protected me. You did. Never looked at me like I was a monkey in a cage.
It's because I love you.
I love you. I do.
His fever broke a couple of hours ago. He's been asleep ever since.
I can't believe he survived.
Do you think he's...
Well, he's been through the fever, the roughest part, so being cautiously optimistic, I'd say he's probably out of danger.
You want to qualify that anymore?
I know, I'm sorry, Sloan. It's my best guess.
So?
It worked. His DNA matches the base sample.
He's human.
Dr. Atwood?
It occurs to me that I've never learned your name.
Mark. Mark Ward.
So?
So he's here.
I assume the majority of your species would not approve of what's about to take place here.
That's an understatement.
Have you thought about how to guarantee your own safety?
Yes, I have, and I realize that's impossible. This is history, Doctor. My concerns, even yours, can't stand in the way of that.
Then let's not waste any time.
Get down!
How the hell am I supposed to know what went wrong? I was just trying to get out of there alive.
I'm glad to hear that you're safe, but you have to stay calm.
We are highly exposed here.
Of course. Just tell me where you are.
We are located somewhere just east of the intersection of highway. What the hell are you doing? Watching your back like you told me to. What are you talking about? You have no idea who may be listening in on your conversation. Ray, we need some help here. No, we need to find out who was shooting at us. And right now, I'm not sure whether it was them or us. Yes?
We got cut off.
Reception's terrible up here.
Listen to me, Walter. We need to bring you in. Just tell me where you are. Walter, where are you?
I'll call you later.
Is it morning? Am I?
Be careful what you wish for. How's it feel?
I don't know. No different, I don't think.
Then get dressed. How are you feeling? Are you tired?
Actually, no. I feel pretty good.
So how's it feel being human?
You know, I think I like it. The colors, you know? Oh, and the smells. It's like the sounds. For the first time, they're not there for survival. They're there for life.
Are you worried?
About what?
Losing your survival instincts, letting your guard down.
It's worth it, you know? Things used to be so sharp, they were almost painful. So much of my mental energy was misdirected. Now, I would willingly lose all those instincts for life to be so vivid. Hey, come on, come on.
Still thinking about which team pulled the trigger on us? Yes. Take a look at these. I dug these slugs out of the car. And these are a combination of hollow point and armor piercing.
You ever seen bullets like this before?
Oh, yeah. In the service. Now, this is government issue all the way. She set you up.
Why? Yes. I agree.
Your boss again?
No, our friend from the meeting.
He's still alive.
He wants to meet with us.
Okay, I've asked you a ton of questions today, but I've got one more for you. What about me?
What do you mean?
Do you feel any differently toward me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, come on. Is that a good yes or a bad yes?
Well, you said this was going to be your last question.
Never understood the feelings I had about you. And they were all wrapped up in the confusion of who I was and who I was supposed to be. I understand them now. Come here.
wish I could say what happened came as a surprise, but I was afraid of something like this all along.
Guess I was naive. It never crossed my mind that my own people would betray me. Betray us. I'm sorry.
Look, I know you personally had nothing to do with what happened.
Where do we go from here?
We're on the run, Detective.
You see, I can't go back.
Why not?
For the same reasons you can't. We're marked men, Dr. Atwood. What happened today and what will happen tomorrow will be hung around our necks. My people will use this to convince any doubters that war is inevitable. Now, can you really say otherwise about those you work for?
I don't know. But I'm going to find out.
I was thinking, we talked before about getting out of town. Maybe this would be a good time. We both could use a break. What's the matter?
I don't know.
Tom? It's gonna be okay.
No.
Tom? What is it? What's the matter? Just tell me, please. Tom? Feeling any better?
Yeah, thanks.
What happened back there?
I don't know. Feelings overwhelmed me.
Your feelings about...
Not mine. It was what everyone else was experiencing. The couple arguing, the ones that passed us. The boy and his mother.
And me holding you.
The power of what they were feeling, of what you were feeling, was unimaginable to me until today.
That's Ed. I called him after what happened.
I want this experiment to run its course.
We have to tell him.
Hey, how you feeling?
I feel fine.
All right, well, I gotta check your blood again. Every 12 hours. You know the drill.
Sure.
Thank you for coming.
I was glad you called.
I'm sure you were.
You realize you're in danger here.
Yes, I do.
My superiors are disappointed by what happened last night.
Really? Seems to me like everything went according to plan.
I don't understand.
I know who those shots were aimed at. And I know who pulled the trigger.
Don't tell me I underestimated you.
Why'd it have to be this way?
We're at war. You have to understand, on a certain level, you're expendable. So am I. Our lives can't stand in the way of the accomplishment of a greater plan.
And that plan is to bring about a war between Homo sapiens and Homo dominant.
That surprises you? That has always been the plan. What happened last night will inflame hatred on both sides.
Whereas a bridge between the species would encourage reconciliation.
Which would ultimately end in disaster for us. Anyone who thinks we can coexist has not studied the evolution of man.
Well, I have. And maybe it's not that simple.
It is for me.
I'm sure the press would be quite interested in our government's position on this.
They'd be fascinated. Unfortunately, they'll never know. You'll never get out of here.
Yes, we will, with your help.
Let's just take a sec. You sure everything's all right? Trouble. Tom's reverting. He's heading back to 1.6.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I could try a booster shot.
No, Ed, that's pushing it.
Let him try. We have to do this.
Is it really worth that much to you?
You should know the answer to that by now. You're worth that much to me.
I'm gonna head back to the lab.
No. Let me go. It's better you stay and monitor Tom. In case something happens.
Okay, everything's back at the lab. The 3 vials, they're all lined up. You can't miss them.
Right. Take care of him.
Why are we stopping?
This is where you get out.
You have no idea what you're doing, Walter.
Yes, I do. I'm trying to prevent your vision from becoming a reality. And this may help.
What do you want with that?
I want to know who you've called, when you called them. It's all in here. I'm sure the press will love following this trail.
The press? They won't listen to you. They take their orders from the same people I do.
Enjoy the walk.
What are you doing here?
I work here. Dr. Atwood must have put new locks on the door and forgotten to give me the code. Can you let me in?
I have to ask you to leave.
I have clearance. Here's my security card.
I'll take that.
Call Dr. Atwood. He runs the place.
Not anymore.
There's something in there that I urgently need.
Sorry. Let's go. Any bulletins?
All your vitals are still strong.
Getting stronger, I imagine.
Like, Tom, I'm sorry this didn't work out.
It's not your fault. You didn't want to give me the shot.
Yeah, I know, but I hoped it would take. We all have a lot riding on this.
Obviously, you're close. Don't let the setbacks stop you. You'll figure it out.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. And I'll be ready to try it again when you're ready.